Aircraft carriers are among the most impressive and powerful machines ever built, serving as floating cities and mobile air bases that project military strength across the globe. Did you know the largest aircraft carrier is longer than 3 football fields combined? These giants don't just dominate the seas, they redefine naval warfare and global power projection. Ready to discover which carriers hold the crown as the biggest and most formidable? Let's dive into the top 10 largest aircraft carriers in the world. Do you know which one leads the pack? USS Gerald R. Ford, CVN-78, United States. USS Gerald R. Ford isn't just another aircraft carrier, it's a floating marvel of modern engineering and honestly the largest warship ever built. Stretching an astonishing 1,106 feet long, this colossal vessel displaces around 100,000 tons, making it a true giant on the seas. What sets the Gerald R. Ford apart isn't just its size, but the cutting-edge technology packed inside. It features an advanced electromagnetic aircraft launch system, replacing the traditional steam catapults, which allows for smoother and faster launches of fighter jets. This means more sorties, more power, and greater efficiency during missions. The carrier can carry over 75 aircraft, including the latest F-35 fighters, helicopters and drones, making it a formidable force in any naval operation. Beyond its firepower, the Gerald R. Ford is designed for improved crew comfort and reduced maintenance, with innovations that cut down the number of sailors needed to operate the ship. This not only reduces costs, but also makes it one of the most advanced and sustainable carriers in the world. The ship's nuclear reactors provide virtually unlimited range and endurance, allowing it to stay deployed for months without refueling. Every inch of the USS Gerald R. Ford screams power, innovation, and dominance on the ocean, symbolizing the cutting edge of naval warfare and the future of aircraft carriers worldwide. Whether it's launching aircraft or serving as a mobile command center, this ship is a floating fortress that really redefines what a carrier can be. USS Nimitz, CVN-68, United States. When it comes to aircraft carriers, the USS Nimitz class stands as a symbol of enduring naval power and unmatched capability. Measuring about 1,092 feet in length and displacing roughly 97,000 tons, these nuclear-powered giants have been the backbone of the U.S. Navy's carrier fleet for over 4 decades. What makes the Nimitz class so remarkable is not only their sheer size, but their ability to project power anywhere in the world with incredible speed and efficiency. These carriers can support a massive air wing of over 60 aircraft, including fighter jets, electronic warfare planes and helicopters, giving them unmatched versatility in combat and humanitarian missions alike. Powered by 2 nuclear reactors, the Nimitz-class carriers can operate for over 20 years without refueling, allowing them to remain on station for extended deployments. Inside, the ship is a bustling city at sea, with thousands of sailors working in perfect coordination to launch, recover, and maintain aircraft around the clock. Despite their age, these carriers have undergone continuous upgrades to stay at the cutting edge of technology, incorporating advanced radar systems, improved weapons, and enhanced flight deck operations. The USS Nimitz and her sister ships represent a perfect blend of size, endurance, and firepower, making them a formidable presence on the world's oceans. Their legacy is not just in their impressive dimensions, but in their ability to adapt and dominate, proving that sometimes, size truly does matter when it comes to naval supremacy. INS Vikramaditya, India. India's INS Vikramaditya is a striking example of transformation and resilience in naval history. Originally built as a Soviet-era Kiev-class aircraft carrier, this massive ship underwent a remarkable makeover to become the flagship of the Indian Navy. Stretching about 930 feet long, the Vikramaditya displaces around 45,000 tons, making it one of the largest carriers in Asia. What makes this carrier truly fascinating is how it was extensively refurbished and modernized, turning an aging warship into a state-of-the-art powerhouse capable of launching a diverse air wing of around 36 aircraft, including MiG-29K fighters and helicopters. The ship's flight deck is designed for ski-jump takeoffs, allowing aircraft to launch without catapults, which is a unique feature compared to some other giant carriers. Beyond its impressive size and firepower, the Vikramaditya plays a crucial role in India's strategic defense, projecting power across the Indian Ocean and beyond. Its transformation from a Soviet relic to a modern naval asset showcases India's growing maritime ambitions and technological prowess. The carrier also serves as a floating city, housing thousands of sailors who keep the ship operational around the clock. With its blend of history, modernization, and strategic importance, INS Vikramaditya is more than just a ship. It's a symbol of India's naval strength and evolving role on the global stage. Liaoning CV-16, China. China's Liaoning aircraft carrier marks a significant milestone in the country's naval ambitions, standing as a powerful symbol of its growing maritime strength. Originally built as the Soviet carrier Varyag, the Liaoning was purchased by China and extensively refurbished to become its first operational aircraft carrier. Measuring approximately 999 feet in length and displacing around 58,000 tons, the Liaoning is a massive vessel capable of carrying about 40 aircraft, including J-15 fighter jets and various helicopters. One of the most intriguing features of the Liaoning is its ski-jump flight deck, which allows aircraft to take off without catapults, relying on speed and angle to launch. This design choice reflects both its Soviet origins and China's evolving carrier technology. Beyond its size and capabilities, the Liaoning serves as a crucial training platform for China's Navy, helping to develop carrier operations and pilot skills as the country expands its fleet. The ship's presence has shifted the balance of naval power in the Asia-Pacific region, signaling China's intent to protect its interests far beyond its shores. As the first step in a rapidly growing carrier program, the Liaoning represents both a technological achievement and a strategic statement. It's not just a ship, it's a floating base of power that demonstrates how China is transforming itself into a major naval force on the global stage. Charles de Gaulle, R-91, France. France's Charles de Gaulle aircraft carrier stands out as Europe's only nuclear-powered carrier, combining power, sophistication, and versatility in a relatively compact package. At about 858 feet long and displacing 42,000 tons, it may be smaller than some of its American or Chinese counterparts, but it packs a serious punch. What makes the Charles de Gaulle truly unique is its nuclear propulsion system, which gives it remarkable endurance and speed, allowing it to operate for long periods without refueling, an essential feature for extended missions far from home. This carrier supports a mixed air wing, including Rafale M fighter jets, E-2C Hawkeye early warning aircraft, and various helicopters, making it a flexible platform for both combat and reconnaissance. Its design incorporates a ski-jump flight deck, enabling aircraft to take off with short runway distances, which is critical for efficient operations. Beyond its technical specs, the Charles de Gaulle has proven its worth in numerous international missions, from combat operations in the Middle East to humanitarian assistance. The ship's relatively smaller size compared to supercarriers doesn't diminish its strategic value. Instead, it highlights how innovation and technology can deliver powerful capabilities in a more compact form. For France, the Charles de Gaulle is not just a warship, it's a statement of national pride and a key tool for projecting influence on the global stage. Its blend of nuclear power, advanced aviation technology, and operational flexibility makes it a fascinating and formidable player among the world's largest aircraft carriers. Admiral Kuznetsov, Russia. Russia's Admiral Kuznetsov aircraft carrier is a vessel wrapped in both ambition and controversy, standing as the country's sole aircraft carrier and a symbol of its naval aspirations. Measuring about 1,001 feet long and displacing around 58,000 tons, it is one of the largest warships in the Russian Navy. Unlike many Western carriers, the Kuznetsov uses a unique combination of steam catapults and a ski-jump ramp to launch its aircraft, including Su-33 fighters and various helicopters. However, its operational history has been marked by challenges, including mechanical issues and maintenance difficulties that have often limited its effectiveness. Despite these setbacks, the Admiral Kuznetsov remains a vital asset for Russia, capable of projecting air power far from its shores and supporting naval operations in contested regions. The carrier's design reflects a blend of Soviet-era engineering and modern upgrades, making it a fascinating study in contrasts. Inside, it functions as a floating airbase and command center, staffed by thousands of sailors who manage complex flight operations and ship systems. The Kuznetsov's presence in international waters often draws attention, underscoring Russia's determination to maintain a blue water navy. While it may not match the technological sophistication or reliability of some of its counterparts, the Admiral Kuznetsov embodies Russia's strategic intent and naval pride, serving as a reminder that aircraft carriers remain powerful symbols of national influence and military reach. Queen Elizabeth-class, United Kingdom. The United Kingdom's Queen Elizabeth-class aircraft carriers represent a bold leap forward in naval design and capability, really redefining what a modern carrier can achieve. Each ship in this class, HMS Queen Elizabeth and HMS Prince of Wales, measures about 920 feet long and displaces around 65,000 tons, making them the largest warships ever built for the Royal Navy. What truly sets these carriers apart is their focus on versatility and cutting-edge technology, designed to operate the F-35B Lightning II stealth fighters, which can take off and land vertically. This capability allows the carriers to launch powerful airstrikes without the need for catapults or arrestor wires, simplifying flight operations. The ships also serve as floating hubs for helicopters and unmanned aerial vehicles, expanding their reach in reconnaissance and support roles. Beyond their impressive size and firepower, the Queen Elizabeth-class carriers emphasize crew comfort and efficiency, featuring modern living quarters and advanced automation to reduce manpower requirements. These carriers are built to project British naval power globally, capable of supporting a wide range of missions from combat to humanitarian aid. Their sleek, futuristic design reflects the Royal Navy's commitment to maintaining a strong presence on the world stage. With these ships, the UK has not only enhanced its maritime capabilities, but also set new standards for carrier design, blending innovation, flexibility, and strength in a way that keeps them at the forefront of naval technology. Cavour 5 and 50, Italy. Italy's aircraft carrier Cavour may not be the largest on the list, but it certainly packs a punch with its modern design and versatility. Stretching about 820 feet long and displacing around 27,000 tons, the Cavour serves as the flagship of the Italian Navy and is a key asset in both military and humanitarian missions. What makes Cavour stand out is its ability to operate a mixed air wing, including AV-8B Harrier II jump jets, helicopters, and unmanned aerial vehicles, giving it a flexible edge in various operations. Unlike the massive supercarriers, Cavour's relatively compact size allows it to navigate tighter waters and support rapid deployment in the Mediterranean and beyond. The ship features a ski jump ramp for short takeoff and vertical landing aircraft, which enhances its operational capabilities without the need for complex catapult systems. Beyond its aviation role, Cavour is equipped to support amphibious operations, carrying troops and vehicles, making it a multi-role platform. Its advanced radar and communication systems ensure it can coordinate complex missions and integrate seamlessly with NATO allies. The carrier also emphasizes crew comfort and efficiency, with modern living quarters and automation reducing the number of personnel needed on board. Italy's Cavour reflects a smart balance between size, technology, and mission flexibility, proving that in the world of aircraft carriers, bigger isn't always better. Sometimes it's about being adaptable and ready for anything. Juan Carlos I 61, Spain. Spain's Juan Carlos I aircraft carrier breaks the mold by combining the roles of an aircraft carrier and an amphibious assault ship, making it one of the most versatile vessels in the world. At around 820 feet long and displacing roughly 27,000 tons, it's designed to operate STOVL, or short takeoff and vertical landing, aircraft like the AV-8B Harrier and helicopters, while also supporting marine landings with troops and vehicles. This dual capability allows Juan Carlos I to switch seamlessly between launching air operations and deploying forces ashore, a feature that sets it apart from traditional carriers. Its flight deck includes a ski jump ramp, enabling aircraft to take off quickly and efficiently without catapults. Beyond its aviation and amphibious roles, the ship is equipped with advanced command and control systems, making it a floating headquarters capable of coordinating complex military operations. The Juan Carlos I has proven its value in humanitarian missions as well, providing disaster relief and medical support when needed. This adaptability reflects Spain's strategic focus on flexibility and rapid response in both combat and peacekeeping scenarios. The ship's design also emphasizes crew comfort and operational efficiency, with modern accommodations and automation that reduce manpower demands. Juan Carlos I is more than just a warship. It's a multi-mission platform that embodies innovation and versatility, demonstrating how modern navies are evolving to meet diverse challenges on the world's oceans. Shandong CV-17, China. China's Shandong aircraft carrier represents a major leap forward in the country's naval capabilities, marking its first domestically built carrier and a symbol of growing maritime power. Measuring about 999 feet long and displacing roughly 70,000 tons, the Shandong builds on the design of its predecessor, the Liaoning, but incorporates significant improvements in technology, efficiency, and combat readiness. Unlike the Liaoning, which was a refurbished Soviet-era vessel, the Shandong was constructed entirely in China, showcasing the nation's advancing shipbuilding expertise. It operates a similar ski-jump flight deck for launching J-15 fighter jets and helicopters, but with enhanced aviation facilities and better crew accommodations. The Shandong is designed to support a larger air wing and improved sortie rates, making it more capable of sustained operations far from home waters. Its construction reflects China's strategic focus on expanding its blue water navy and protecting its growing global interests. Beyond its impressive size and firepower, the Shandong serves as a floating command center, equipped with advanced radar, communication, and defense systems to operate in complex maritime environments. This carrier is not just a warship, it's a statement of China's determination to assert itself as a dominant naval force in the 21st century. As the centerpiece of China's carrier fleet, the Shandong embodies a blend of ambition, innovation, and national pride, signaling a new era for Chinese naval power on the world stage. Thanks for joining us on Simply Science to explore the world's largest aircraft carriers. If you enjoyed this deep dive into these incredible floating giants, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss our latest videos. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below and tell us which aircraft carrier amazed you the most or what topic you want us to cover next. Your support helps us bring more fascinating science and technology content straight to you. See you in the next video. Nuclear bombs have shaped the course of history with their unimaginable power. Did you know the largest ever detonated was over 3,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima? These weapons aren't just relics of the past. They remain a critical part of global security and military strategy today. The question is, how well do you really know the most powerful nuclear bombs ever created? Let's dive into the top 10 that changed the world forever. Tsar Bomba, Soviet Union. Tsar Bomba isn't just another nuclear weapon, it's the absolute titan of atomic destruction. Tested by the Soviet Union back in 1961, this bomb unleashed an explosion so massive, it remains the largest nuclear detonation in history. With an estimated yield of 50 megatons, the Tsar Bomba was over 3,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Its shockwaves circled the Earth multiple times, and the blast was visible from hundreds of miles away. The sheer force of this bomb was so overwhelming that it shattered windows up to 560 miles from the test site, and the mushroom cloud soared 40 miles high, far beyond the cruising altitude of commercial airplanes. Designed primarily as a show of power during the Cold War, the Tsar Bomba wasn't intended for practical military use. It was a statement, a terrifying demonstration of Soviet technological might. Engineers actually reduced its original 100 megaton design to 50 megatons to limit fallout, but even then, the bomb's destructive capacity was unprecedented. The test raised serious questions about nuclear proliferation and the terrifying potential of human-made weapons. Despite its enormous power, the Tsar Bomba was never deployed in combat, but its legacy still looms large as a symbol of the Cold War's nuclear arms race and the devastating consequences of unchecked weapon development. Understanding the Tsar Bomba is crucial to grasping the scale of nuclear weapons and the importance of global disarmament efforts today. B-41 United States. When it comes to raw destructive power, the B-41 nuclear bomb was the United States heavyweight champion during the Cold War. With a staggering yield of up to 25 megatons, the B-41 was the most powerful thermonuclear bomb ever deployed by the US military. Imagine a bomb so powerful that its explosion could level entire cities in a single blast. Developed in the early 1960s, the B-41 was designed to counter the growing nuclear threat from the Soviet Union, serving as a key element of America's strategic deterrent. Its immense power came from a three-stage thermonuclear design, which allowed it to unleash more energy than most other bombs in the US arsenal. Despite its terrifying strength, the B-41 was relatively compact for its yield, making it easier to deliver via long-range bombers. However, its sheer size and power also meant it was incredibly complex and expensive to produce. The bomb was retired in the early 1970s, replaced by more advanced and versatile warheads, but its legacy remains as a symbol of Cold War brinkmanship and the nuclear arms race. The B-41's existence highlights the lengths nations went to during that era to maintain a balance of power through overwhelming force. Understanding the B-41 helps us appreciate the scale of nuclear weapons development and the ongoing importance of arms control in preventing such devastating power from ever being used again. Castle Bravo, United States. The Castle Bravo test is one of the most infamous moments in nuclear history, not just for its power, but for its unexpected consequences. Detonated by the United States in 1954, Castle Bravo was the first dry-fuel thermonuclear bomb ever tested, boasting a yield of 15 megatons, more than double what scientists had predicted. This massive miscalculation led to widespread radioactive fallout that contaminated nearby islands and exposed thousands of people to dangerous radiation. The explosion was so powerful that it vaporized an entire island and created a mushroom cloud over 25 miles high. Castle Bravo became a stark reminder of the unpredictable and devastating nature of nuclear weapons, highlighting the risks of testing and the long-lasting environmental and human damage they can cause. Beyond its destructive force, the test also intensified global fears during the Cold War, fueling the arms race between the United States and the Soviet Union. The incident pushed governments to reconsider safety protocols and the ethics of nuclear testing, marking a turning point in how the world viewed atomic weapons. Despite its tragic fallout, Castle Bravo proved the effectiveness of dry-fuel hydrogen bombs, paving the way for more advanced thermonuclear designs. It remains a powerful example of how nuclear technology can spiral beyond control, underscoring the importance of caution and responsibility in handling such immense power. This event still echoes today in discussions about nuclear safety and disarmament, reminding us that even the most powerful weapons come with unforeseen and far-reaching consequences. RDS-37, Soviet Union. The RDS-37 marked a major leap forward for the Soviet Union in the nuclear arms race, becoming their first successful two-stage hydrogen bomb test in 1955. This bomb wasn't just powerful, it was a game-changer, with a yield of 1.6 megatons that demonstrated the USSR's ability to develop thermonuclear weapons rivaling those of the United States. Unlike earlier atomic bombs that relied solely on fission, the RDS-37 used fusion, releasing exponentially more energy and setting a new standard for destructive capability. The test was conducted in Kazakhstan, and the blast was so intense that it shattered windows over 100 miles away and produced a mushroom cloud that soared miles into the atmosphere. This breakthrough sent a clear message during the Cold War. The Soviet Union was no longer behind in nuclear technology. The RDS-37's success accelerated the arms race, pushing both superpowers to develop even more powerful and sophisticated weapons. Yet beyond its military significance, the test also raised awareness about the catastrophic environmental and human costs of nuclear detonations. The RDS-37 remains a symbol of Cold War tension but also a reminder of the terrifying power humanity unlocked in the mid-20th century. Its legacy is a crucial chapter in understanding how nuclear weapons evolved and why global efforts toward arms control and disarmament remain so vital today. B-53, United States. The B-53 nuclear bomb was one of the most fearsome weapons ever built by the United States, boasting a yield of 9 megatons, enough to obliterate entire cities with a single blast. Developed during the 1960s, the B-53 was designed as a strategic weapon capable of destroying hardened underground targets, such as enemy missile silos and bunkers. Its sheer destructive power made it a key part of America's nuclear deterrent during the height of the Cold War. Despite its massive yield, the B-53 was surprisingly compact and could be delivered by various bombers, which made it a versatile tool in the U.S. arsenal. What sets the B-53 apart is not just its power but its longevity. It remained in service for nearly 5 decades before being retired in 2011. This bomb's legacy is a stark reminder of the era when nations stockpiled weapons capable of unimaginable devastation, all in the name of maintaining a fragile peace. The B-53's retirement marked the end of an era, but also highlighted the ongoing challenges of nuclear disarmament and the risks posed by aging arsenals. Even today, the story of the B-53 serves as a powerful lesson about the balance between military strength and global security, urging us to consider the consequences of wielding such overwhelming power. Mark 17-24, United States. The Mark 17 and Mark 24 bombs were among the earliest and most powerful thermonuclear weapons developed by the United States, representing a massive leap in nuclear technology during the early Cold War. These bombs packed an incredible punch, with yields ranging from 10 to 15 megatons, enough to wipe out entire metropolitan areas in a single blast. What made the Mark 17 and 24 especially notable was their sheer size and weight. Each bomb tipped the scales at over 20,000 pounds, making them some of the heaviest nuclear weapons ever built. Despite their bulk, they were a critical part of America's nuclear deterrent strategy, designed to be dropped from strategic bombers to counter the Soviet threat. Their development marked a transition from simpler atomic bombs to more complex and powerful hydrogen bombs, which harnessed fusion reactions to release vastly greater energy. Although these bombs were eventually phased out in favor of smaller, more efficient warheads, their impact on the arms race was significant. They demonstrated the terrifying scale of destruction possible with thermonuclear weapons, and pushed both superpowers to innovate rapidly. The Mark 17 and 24 bombs remind us of a time when nuclear arsenals grew exponentially, driven by fear and competition, and highlight why arms control remains a critical issue today. Their legacy is a powerful chapter in the story of nuclear weapons, showing how technology and strategy evolved during one of history's tensest periods. RDS-220, Soviet Union. The RDS-220, better known as the Tsar Bomba's official designation, wasn't just any nuclear weapon. It was the ultimate expression of Cold War power and technological ambition. Originally designed to yield a staggering 100 megatons, it was the largest nuclear bomb ever conceived. However, for its 1961 test, its yield was deliberately reduced to 50 megatons to limit the fallout, and, to reduce structural damage to the delivery aircraft. Even at half power, the explosion was cataclysmic. The blast radius extended hundreds of miles, the shock waves circled the globe multiple times, and the mushroom cloud towered over 40 miles high, higher than any natural weather phenomenon. The sheer magnitude of the RDS-220's detonation was so immense that it remains unmatched in nuclear history. This bomb was never intended for practical military use. Instead, it was a political statement designed to demonstrate Soviet supremacy and deter any potential adversaries. The RDS-220's test sent shockwaves, both literal and figurative, through the world, underscoring the terrifying capabilities humanity had unlocked. It also sparked global debates about nuclear arms control and the ethical implications of such overwhelming destructive power. The Tsar Bomba's legacy is a chilling reminder of the dangers of unchecked military escalation and the importance of international efforts to prevent nuclear catastrophe. Even decades later, the RDS-220 stands as a symbol of the Cold War's darkest moments and the ongoing challenge of managing the world's most dangerous weapons. B-83, United States. The B-83 nuclear bomb stands out as one of the most powerful and sophisticated weapons still active in the United States arsenal today. With a maximum yield of 1.2 megatons, it combines immense destructive power with modern safety and precision features, making it a formidable component of America's nuclear deterrent. Developed in the 1980s, the B-83 was designed to replace older, less reliable bombs while offering greater flexibility in deployment. Unlike earlier massive bombs that prioritize sheer size, the B-83 balances power with accuracy, allowing it to be used against a wider range of targets, from hardened military installations to strategic enemy infrastructure. Its design reflects decades of nuclear weapons evolution, incorporating advanced safety mechanisms to prevent accidental detonation and improve handling. The B-83's continued presence in the arsenal highlights the ongoing challenges of nuclear strategy, maintaining credible deterrence while managing the risks of such devastating technology. While its yield is smaller than Cold War giants like the Tsar Bomba or Castle Bravo, the B-83's blend of power and precision makes it a uniquely dangerous weapon. It really symbolizes how nuclear weapons have evolved from blunt instruments of mass destruction into more refined tools of military strategy. Understanding the B-83 sheds light on the complexities of modern nuclear deterrence and the delicate balance between maintaining security and preventing catastrophe. Its existence serves as a reminder that even today, the threat of nuclear devastation remains very real, underscoring the importance of global efforts toward arms control and disarmament. Ivy Mike, United States. The Ivy Mike test marked a monumental breakthrough in nuclear weapons technology, forever changing the course of military history. Conducted by the United States in 1952, Ivy Mike was the first full-scale test of a hydrogen bomb, producing an astonishing yield of 10.4 megatons, far surpassing any previous atomic explosion. Unlike earlier bombs that relied solely on nuclear fission, Ivy Mike harnessed the power of nuclear fusion, the same process that fuels the sun, unleashing vastly greater energy. This test wasn't a deployable weapon but a proof of concept, demonstrating that thermonuclear fusion bombs were not only possible, but devastatingly powerful. The explosion obliterated the test island in the Pacific, vaporizing everything in its vicinity and creating a mushroom cloud that soared over 25 miles into the atmosphere. Ivy Mike's success triggered a new era in the arms race, pushing both the United States and the Soviet Union to develop even more advanced hydrogen bombs. However, it also raised profound ethical and environmental concerns, as the scale of destruction and radioactive fallout became alarmingly clear. The test underscored the terrifying potential of nuclear weapons to cause unprecedented devastation and highlighted the urgent need for international controls. Ivy Mike remains a pivotal moment in history, symbolizing both human ingenuity and the dangerous path of nuclear escalation. Its legacy continues to influence nuclear policy and disarmament discussions, reminding us of the immense power humanity unlocked and the responsibility that comes with it. W-88, United States. The W-88 warhead is a marvel of modern nuclear engineering, packing extraordinary power into a surprisingly compact package. With an estimated yield of around 475 kilotons, it may not match the colossal blasts of Cold War-era giants, but its advanced design and precision make it one of the most potent and sophisticated nuclear weapons in the world today. Deployed on Trident II submarine-launched ballistic missiles, the W-88 is a key element of the United States strategic deterrent, capable of striking targets anywhere on the globe with incredible accuracy. What sets the W-88 apart is its miniaturized design, which allows multiple warheads to be carried on a single missile, increasing the destructive potential without requiring larger delivery systems. This efficiency represents decades of progress in nuclear technology, shifting the focus from sheer explosive power to precision and survivability. The W-88 embodies the modern era of nuclear weapons, smaller, smarter, and deadlier. Its existence underscores the ongoing challenges of nuclear strategy, where maintaining credible deterrence involves balancing power, precision, and the risks of escalation. While its yield is modest compared to historic megaton bombs, the W-88's impact lies in its ability to deliver targeted strikes with devastating effect, making it a cornerstone of current nuclear arsenals. Understanding the W-88 helps us grasp how nuclear weapons have evolved from blunt instruments of mass destruction into highly sophisticated tools of military strategy, highlighting the complex realities of global security in the 21st century. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the 10 most powerful nuclear bombs in history. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss out on our latest Simply Science videos. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us which bomb surprised you the most or what topic you want us to explore next. Your support helps us bring more amazing science content straight to you. Stay curious and see you in the next video. Did you know that every time you breathe, you're inhaling atoms that were once inside the lungs of Julius Caesar, Einstein, and every person who ever lived? The human body completely replaces itself every 7 years, yet somehow you remain you. Same memories, same personality, same consciousness. Here's the mind-bending truth. You're literally not the same person you were a decade ago, down to the atomic level. But wait until you hear what scientists just discovered about consciousness itself. Do you know what happens to yourself during those 7 years of complete cellular replacement? The Large Hadron Collider Monster. Deep underground, stretching across the border between France and Switzerland, lies humanity's most ambitious and terrifying scientific achievement. The Large Hadron Collider isn't just big, it's monumentally massive, forming a perfect 27-kilometer ring that could swallow entire cities. This isn't your high school physics lab. We're talking about a machine so powerful it accelerates protons to 99.9999991% the speed of light before smashing them together with the force of two freight trains colliding head-on. The energy released in these collisions is so intense it recreates conditions that existed just moments after the Big Bang itself. Think about that for a second. Scientists are literally recreating the birth of the universe in an underground tunnel. The superconducting magnets alone are colder than outer space, chilled to -271°C using liquid helium. When this beast fires up, it consumes enough electricity to power a small country. The collision points generate temperatures 100,000 times hotter than the core of the sun. This is where the magic happens, where ordinary matter gets obliterated and the fundamental building blocks of reality reveal their deepest secrets. Every second, billions of particles are destroyed and created in an endless cycle of cosmic violence that pushes the boundaries of what's physically possible. The black hole theory bombshell. When theoretical physicists first suggested that CERN's particle collisions might actually spawn microscopic black holes, the scientific community didn't just raise eyebrows, they collectively held their breath. This wasn't some wild science fiction fantasy dreamed up by Hollywood writers. We're talking about legitimate Nobel Prize-winning scientists publishing peer-reviewed papers, claiming that when you slam protons together with enough raw energy, space-time itself might collapse into infinitesimally small gravitational monsters. These aren't the massive stellar black holes that devour entire solar systems. We're talking about quantum-scale vortexes smaller than a single atom, existing for less than a trillionth of a second. But here's the absolutely mind-bending part. Even though they're microscopic, they still possess the fundamental properties of their cosmic cousins. They warp space-time, bend light, and theoretically could interact with dimensions we can't even perceive. The mathematics behind this theory are so complex that only a handful of physicists on Earth truly understand the implications. What makes this even more incredible is that these micro-black holes wouldn't behave like anything we've ever observed in nature. They'd be born, live their entire existence, and die in a time span so brief that light itself couldn't travel the width of a proton. Yet in that impossibly short moment, they might unlock secrets about the fundamental structure of reality that have puzzled humanity for centuries. The Hawking radiation discovery. Back in 1974, Stephen Hawking made a discovery that left the entire scientific world speechless, and fundamentally changed how we understand black holes forever. He proved that these cosmic monsters aren't actually black at all. They're slowly bleeding energy back into the universe through a process so counterintuitive it sounds like pure magic. Here's the mind-bending part. The smaller a black hole gets, the hotter it becomes and the faster it evaporates. It's like cosmic irony. The tiniest black holes burn the brightest before vanishing completely. Hawking realized that, at the quantum level, pairs of particles constantly pop into existence right at the edge of a black hole's event horizon. Normally, these particle pairs would annihilate each other instantly, but the black hole's immense gravity tears them apart. One particle falls into the black hole while its partner escapes as radiation slowly stealing the black hole's mass and energy. This means every black hole in the universe is essentially a ticking time bomb destined to evaporate completely given enough time. For the microscopic black holes potentially created at CERN, this process happens almost instantaneously. They would disappear in less than 10 to the -23rd seconds, releasing their energy as a brilliant flash of Hawking radiation. This discovery didn't just explain how black holes die, it revealed that the universe has a built-in safety mechanism preventing these quantum monsters from growing out of control. The dimensional portal possibility. The most mind-blowing theory surrounding CERN's potential black hole creation isn't just about the holes themselves, it's about where they might lead. According to cutting-edge string theory, our universe isn't the flat, three-dimensional space we experience every day. Instead, we're living on a thin slice of reality floating in a vast ocean of hidden dimensions that exist parallel to our own. These extra dimensions are so tightly curled up that they're invisible to us, but they're there, influencing everything from the fundamental forces to the very fabric of space-time itself. When CERN smashes particles together with enough energy to potentially create micro-black holes, these quantum tunnels might actually punch temporary holes through the barriers separating our dimension from these hidden realms. This could explain one of physics' greatest mysteries, why gravity is trillions of times weaker than electromagnetic forces. The theory suggests that gravity isn't actually weak, it's just spreading its influence across multiple dimensions simultaneously, diluting its strength in our three-dimensional slice of reality. If micro-black holes at CERN really are acting as brief portals to these extra dimensions, then every collision isn't just creating and destroying matter, it's opening fleeting windows into parallel universes that exist mere millimeters away from us in directions we can't even comprehend. This means CERN might not just be studying particles, it could be humanity's first glimpse into the true multidimensional nature of existence itself. The safety panic that followed. When word leaked that CERN scientists were theoretically capable of creating microscopic black holes, the public reaction was nothing short of apocalyptic hysteria. Overnight, conspiracy theories flooded social media claiming that physicists were about to accidentally destroy Earth by creating an unstoppable gravitational monster that would devour the planet from the inside out. The panic reached such fever pitch that multiple lawsuits were filed in courts across Europe and America, with terrified citizens demanding immediate injunctions to halt the Large Hadron Collider's operations. News outlets sensationalized the story with headlines screaming about scientists playing God and the end of the world, hidden beneath Switzerland. Online forums exploded with amateur physicists and concerned parents sharing viral videos, explaining how a single microscopic black hole could theoretically grow by consuming surrounding matter until it swallowed the entire solar system. The fear wasn't entirely irrational. After all, we're talking about recreating one of the universe's most destructive phenomena in a laboratory setting. Protesters gathered outside CERN facilities holding signs reading, "Stop the Doomsday Machine," while petition websites crashed from millions of signatures demanding the project's cancellation. Religious groups declared it an affront to divine creation, while survivalists began stockpiling supplies for the impending apocalypse. The scientific community found themselves in the unprecedented position of having to calm global panic, while simultaneously pushing forward with experiments that could revolutionize our understanding of reality itself. The cosmic ray reality check. While panicked crowds demanded CERN's shutdown, physicists delivered the most elegant scientific smackdown in history by simply pointing upward at the sky. Every single second of every single day, our planet gets bombarded by cosmic rays, high-energy particles from deep space that crash into Earth's atmosphere with energies that make CERN's collisions look like gentle bumper cars at a carnival. These cosmic bullets have been pummeling our planet for over 4.5 billion years, generating particle collisions with energies thousands of times more powerful than anything the Large Hadron Collider could ever produce. If dangerous, Earth-devouring black holes were actually possible at these energy levels, our planet would have been consumed eons before the first dinosaur ever walked the Earth. The Moon, with no protective atmosphere, takes these cosmic ray hits directly on its surface, yet it's still hanging peacefully in our sky after billions of years of constant bombardment. Scientists calculated that cosmic rays create the equivalent of millions of CERN-level collisions in our atmosphere every single day, and we're all still here, completely unharmed. This cosmic ray argument became the ultimate reality check that silenced most critics. Nature has been running the exact same experiment CERN was proposing, but on a vastly larger scale for literally billions of years. The universe itself had already proven that these high-energy collisions were completely safe, making the doomsday fears seem almost comically overblown. The actual experimental results. When the Large Hadron Collider roared to life for its first high-energy collisions, the entire scientific world held its breath as detectors captured data from the most violent particle crashes in human history. What happened next wasn't the apocalyptic black hole scenario that terrified millions. No, it was something far more extraordinary. The collisions revealed a hidden universe of subatomic particles that had been theoretical fantasies for decades, suddenly becoming measurable reality. Scientists watched in awe as their detectors registered the creation and immediate decay of exotic particles with names like strange quarks, charm quarks, and bottom quarks. Building blocks of matter so fundamental they only exist for microseconds before transforming into other particles. The most groundbreaking discovery came in 2012 when they finally detected the Higgs boson, the so-called God particle that gives all other particles their mass. This wasn't just a scientific victory, it was confirmation that our mathematical models of the universe were actually correct. Each collision produced cascades of data showing how matter behaves at the most fundamental level, revealing that the universe operates according to principles so elegant and precise, they border on the miraculous. Instead of creating world-ending black holes, CERN was uncovering the deepest secrets of existence itself, proving that sometimes the most terrifying experiments lead to the most beautiful discoveries about the nature of reality. The missing energy mystery. The most spine-tingling discovery at CERN wasn't what scientists found, it was what they couldn't find. During certain high-energy particle collisions, detectors registered something that honestly should have been impossible according to our understanding of physics. Energy was disappearing without a trace. Not just small amounts, but significant chunks of energy that should have been conserved according to the fundamental laws of the universe. Every collision should follow the ironclad rule that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, only transformed from one form to another. Yet here were collisions where the energy going in was measurably greater than the energy coming out, as if some invisible force was stealing it mid-collision. The missing energy wasn't random, it followed specific patterns that sent theoretical physicists into overdrive. The leading explanation is so mind-bending it sounds like science fiction. The energy is leaking into parallel dimensions through microscopic tears in space-time created during the most violent collisions. If this theory is correct, then CERN isn't just smashing particles together, it's accidentally punching holes between our universe and hidden dimensions that exist alongside our own reality. Each missing joule of energy could be proof that our three-dimensional world is just one layer of a vast multi-dimensional cosmos. This means every time energy vanishes at CERN, we might be witnessing the first direct evidence that parallel universes aren't just theoretical concepts, but actual places where our energy is escaping to through quantum tunnels we're only beginning to understand. The future implications. The potential ability to create and study quantum black holes at CERN represents far more than just another scientific achievement. It could be the key that unlocks technologies so advanced they would make our current civilization look, well, primitive by comparison. If scientists can reliably generate these microscopic gravitational anomalies, we're not just talking about understanding physics better, we're talking about harnessing the fundamental forces that govern reality itself. These quantum black holes could become the ultimate energy source, converting matter directly into pure energy with 100% efficiency, making nuclear power look like a candle compared to the sun. The implications for space travel are staggering. Imagine propulsion systems that manipulate space-time itself, allowing spacecraft to bend the fabric of reality and travel vast distances in impossibly short time frames. Even more mind-bending is the possibility of using controlled micro-black holes to access parallel dimensions, potentially opening doorways to alternate versions of our universe where the laws of physics might operate differently. The technology could revolutionize computing by creating quantum processors that operate across multiple dimensions simultaneously, solving problems that would take conventional computers millions of years to crack. We might even develop the ability to manipulate time itself, using the extreme gravitational fields of micro-black holes to create localized time dilation effects. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's the logical next step in human technological evolution, where we transition from merely observing the universe to actively reshaping it according to our will. The ongoing research. At this very moment, teams of physicists around the world are sifting through petabytes of collision data from CERN, searching for the telltale signatures of microscopic black holes that could rewrite our understanding of existence itself. Every single collision generates thousands of data points that must be meticulously analyzed by both human researchers and artificial intelligence systems, designed specifically to detect anomalies that human eyes might miss. The search isn't random. Scientists know exactly what to look for: specific patterns of missing energy, unusual particle decay signatures, and gravitational effects that last for impossibly brief moments before vanishing completely. Advanced algorithms run 24/7, comparing actual collision results against theoretical predictions, flagging any events that deviate from expected outcomes. The most promising candidates undergo intense scrutiny, with teams of experts examining every microsecond of data to determine whether they've witnessed the birth and death of a quantum black hole. Recent upgrades to CERN's detection systems have increased sensitivity by orders of magnitude, allowing researchers to probe deeper into the quantum realm than ever before. Each new collision brings humanity closer to answering fundamental questions about the nature of reality, Are extra dimensions real? Can we create controlled tiers in space-time? Do parallel universes actually exist just beyond our perception? The answers to these questions aren't just academic curiosities, they could fundamentally transform our species' relationship with the cosmos and unlock technologies that seem impossible today. So there you have it. CERN might be creating microscopic black holes that could unlock the secrets of parallel dimensions and reshape our understanding of reality itself. The universe is far stranger and more incredible than we ever imagined. What's your take on this? Are we playing with forces beyond our control, or are we on the verge of the greatest scientific breakthrough in human history? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your perspectives. If this blew your mind like it did mine, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest mind-bending science content. This is Simply Science, and I'll see you in the next video.